Greetings and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome. So I have a spiritual message pertaining to the Latinos that thought that for some reason Trump was gonna deport the foundational Black Americans. The FBAs were Black Americans, period. They thought that they were talking about us with deportation. The message from the ancestors is this. First off, they say, don't let them play in your face. That's coming through loud and clear. They are lying. Do not let them play in your face. Most of them have had children here. They don't went to school in America. A lot of them know history. Well, the history that is taught in the books that are here in America. And they already know that Black people were slaves here. They already know that we're citizens. They're lying. The ancestors say they're lying. They're lying because they realize they got played. They realize that their anti-Black, anti-woman, their misogyny, their bigotry, their prejudice was used and it was played against them. They thought they was light enough, bright enough, and white enough to side with the white man, forgetting that they're not white. Well, not Caucasian white anyway. And also, the other underlining thing behind this whole Latinos thought that Trump was going to be deporting Black Americans is that they want to continue to hide the anti-Blackness that is very prevalent throughout their culture. And they want to hide the fact that they're used to doing this. This is not something new. They brought this from their country. They do this to Afro-Latinos all across the diaspora, from Mexico to Honduras, Belize, Venezuela, all these Latino countries, they are used to discriminating against Afro-Latinas and Latinos. And the Afro-Latinas and Latinos from these areas can tell you that for sure. Anti-Blackness is something that's global and it is prevalent in every, how can I put this? In every system across the globe, especially when dealing with whites. Everywhere is anti-Blackness all across the globe. And the Latinos have been usurping our culture, using the N-word like they come from our culture, and on top of that, fighting us for the right to use the N-word as if they are Black, as if their bloodline has been through what our bloodline has been through. Such disrespect. So again, the main reason for this whole, we thought that they wasn't going to deport us, they was going to deport the Blacks. Most of that is to hide the fact that they don't like Black people. They like taking our culture. They like taking our vernacular. They love calling us the N-word. They love coming and eating our food. But they don't like us. In the Black community, we have a saying. And if you know, you know. They want to be a nigga without being a nigga. Period. That's what you want to do. You want to be Black without being Black. while still hating and disliking us to the very core of your existence. And they're also hiding the fact that they've done just as much damage as white people have done to us through this system of oppression. They have allowed themselves to be used, and they did not have a problem with it. They are capping and trying to distract you with this. Oh, we thought that they was going. That's cap and that's distraction. They're trying to distract you from the fact that they got played, they looking slow, and they really don't like you. They like to take your culture, and they love to talk about how many baby daddies you got. They love to talk about how you ain't shit. Okay? They love to talk about how all of you are uneducated. All of us are uneducated. And overall, they love to talk down upon us. Them voting for Trump exposed all of that. The ancestors say now they crying all across everywhere. This is a part of the justice for the chosen people. The Latinos want to continue to ignore the people who are chosen here. The whites want to continue to ignore the chosen people. The Arabs want to continue to ignore. Who are the chosen people? All other demographics of people, by and large, come here and disrespect black people. And they are wondering why. They are getting the backlash that they are getting. This is the justice through the hands of your enemy for whom you thought was your partner, was your friend, had your back. Yes, Latinos, you were played. But you played yourself, the ancestors say, because the spirit already knew what was in your heart. And it's time for y'all also to get out the way. The ancestors say, do not let them play in your face. All these Latinos thought that they were used, and they thought that they were talking about foundational Black Americans and deporting them. They are lying. They are lying. They know better than that. They're lying. They don't want the black community to know that they don't really fuck with them like that. And I said it hard like that because they know that's how they feel. And this is for all Latinos, because when y'all made that song, even though y'all, it's the Cubans did it, y'all supported it. So don't play. You was cool with it, by and large. So if you catching the karma by and large, that is why. Another reason why they thinking that you're gonna get deported being a Black American, they're using this as a way to gaslight us, the ancestors say, and to also distract us. They want to gaslight us into helping them. They want to distract us from the fact that they don't like us. And they also want to distract us from the fact that one key thing is they're looking to stop the pain. They're looking to get back on their feet. Once they do this, they're going to turn right back into who they've always been, which is the people that voted for Trump. They side with his morals and the things that he was going to do and is doing. They can say all they want they didn't know. That's on them if they didn't read. There's too much information out here and free for you to sit up here and say you didn't know. Lies and cap. They don't want you to know that their racism, their bigotry, their prejudice was used against them. And now all of that is being used against them. And they don't like it. And it doesn't feel good. And they want it to stop. And they are mad that Black people are not out there, by and large, helping them. They're mad that their foot soldiers, Black people, are not out there capping for them, fighting for them. They're mad. They're not the only ones mad. But we're going to focus on them right now. The ancestors say they are pissed with a T. And this is also why they said all these nasty things towards Black people about us being slaves. If you know we're slaves and you know this history of this country, then you know we not immigrants. We didn't come here for a better life because our country wasn't doing so good. We were slaves here. There's a difference. Again, they know. Don't allow them to play in your face, says the ancestors. They want the pain to stop. And they'll try to do it by any means necessary, even if that means tricking you. Black people, stay on guard. Don't allow them to gaslight you. Don't allow them to, tap into your emotions to make you feel all this empathy and sympathy for them. They didn't care, not one bit, when it was happening to you. They didn't care. Excuse me. That's not. The ancestors want me to say it. They didn't give a fuck. That's how they want me to say it. They didn't give a fuck. That's the true sentiment. It ain't that, oh, they didn't care. They didn't give a fuck. And to all the Latinos that are refusing to see the anti-Black, anti-woman, and misogyny all through their community and still trying to sit up here and blame Black people, call them out and ask for their help. The ancestors say, we not done with you. They saying, we not done with you yet. Because you're going to learn today. And simply because y'all won't leave us alone. That's another reason why ancestors say they're not finished with y'all ass. You won't leave us alone and tend to your own house. We have our own house to tend to. And my Lord, we have work to do. But y'all need to leave us alone. Y'all keep trying to get us to come out our house and go clean your house. So your house can be clean and our house can be dirty. And you can sit back and talk about how dirty our house is while you sitting in a clean house. No. The ancestors have a closing message, which is this. We are past this, they say. Us, Black people, we are past this. Don't let them play in your face. This is a distraction from keeping you from doing and being your best self. Now, they say they you know what I'm saying? We correct them. Yes, correct that ass. Straightening on straightening. But by and large, these people already know. And they do these things on purpose. It is not our responsibility to teach them. There's plenty of literature and information, and we have plenty of scholars with information that they can go get and help teach their people with. Same as it is for the whites. So much literature and information, countless, copious amounts of information to educate themselves on how to not be racist and try to stop being the way that they are, knowing that this treachery and theft and the terrorism that they're doing on the group of people, particularly Black people in this country, is wrong. Okay, stop sitting back, Stop sitting back, turning a blind eye to the systematic racism that is very apparent across all aspects in all areas of life. It permeates, especially in this American culture. Black people, it is not our responsibility to teach them. We must move past this and sit in our power. They're trying to distract you from sitting in your power and being you. They want you to waste time teaching them and showing them things that they already know. Time out for that. It's time for us to really stand in our power. And I am translating because they're really saying you. So on a more personal message as you're listening, it's more for you to stand in your power. And be your best self in all ways, unapologetically. Not holding yourself back in any way, shape, or form. Killing it, crushing it. Like Simone Biles been doing across the Olympics. They talking about like that. They want you crushing it. So don't let them play in your face. And to that, the ancestors close out this spiritual message and channeling. And Ashe, thank you for listening.